Maddie, you seem to be in some real writing form, and that's excellent going into this stage of the year. I only wish other people would be producing the amount of work that you're producing and the quality of work that you're producing. So, it's a real credit to you. Look, this practice was obviously a different prompt, and so with each different prompt, some different types of feedback are coming in. But for you, that you're writing really well, and that's the main thing. Those transitional words and phrases are there. And your writing was already fairly high quality anyway, so they're only adding to that. The only thing I would say, again, the tricky bit of this prompt, the way we encounter a landscape is through our treatment of it. That word encounter is probably one that would have thrown a few people. What does it mean to encounter a landscape? So the way we interact with and come across a landscape is through our treatment of it, I guess is my reading of it. And that seemed to be your reading of it too. And look, at the end of your middle paragraph there, when you've talked about your walking and things like that, I've only just put a little note there, and maybe I'm being nitpicky, and I'd probably need to read it again and really ask myself whether maybe I'm being a little bit unfair. But I'm just saying to you that there's a clear you clearly talked about, our treatment of a landscape there, the four-wheel drive track, people throwing nappies and beer cans and things like that out the window. So that's very clear there. Maybe a little bit more just at the end of the paragraph as you wrap it up, something to do with, make some statement about how these people who go four-wheel driving seem to encounter that landscape in particular. So they seem to be, the very nature of four-wheel driving in itself is quite destructive. I'm sure four-wheel drivers would have fits if they heard me say that. But, it is. It tears up the ground. And so to these people going in that state of mind that, they're in machines that are going to do damage, therefore, because they're driving through a place that's getting chopped up anyway, they seem to see that place as a particular, landscape that deserves to be ruined. I don't know, maybe a little bit of a comment about how they encounter the landscape, but I think it was there anyway. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. I'm not sure. You be the judge of that, but I just threw that in there as food for thought. I think the word encountering is a tricky one in this prompt, but you dealt with it really, really well, I think. And there was an excellent sentence in the last paragraph there that you wrote. That it says to me that they really do not care at all. The way they treat the natural landscape suggests that they encounter it as something continuous, in that it will always be there, as well as with the idea that they have total superiority over it because they are humans. Excellent writing, clear link to prompt there. Maybe a little bit of Kinsella. Brookton was there. And again, Crownland sticks out like a sore thumb. That was there in the end of that middle paragraph. Could you throw Kinsella in a little bit more here and there? I don't know. I don't think so. In regards to this prompt, I think you answered it quite well. But as long as you've got those Kinsella poems up your sleeve and you can go to them if you need them, 4 or 5 at least poems that you feel confident with being able to know the ideas in them and bring them in as you need. But look, you're in good form here, and it's like a sporting analogy, I know, but you seem to be hitting your straps at the right end of the year, and that's good. So just keep that up and keep knowing those poems, and I think you should enter that sack on Tuesday feeling confident in the way that you're going. So well done.